Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They find some open field here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll swing this out to Mostert. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Going for it, it's Carter. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
Mostert And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On play action, Allen flushed out right. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll get this down to the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On second down, Dillon.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. After one, our score 9-6.
Second and 7.
Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
56.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Bills have recovered.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dillon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Allen. Flush to his right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run here with Dillon.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
First down and a little extra from Mostert. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Wilson on first down. Towards the end zone for Brown.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Koo to kick it off. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Open man here. Schwartz complete.
A big gain there for the Bills. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Allen taking it himself. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
A.J. Epinesa
in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
A chance for Waddle on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. that last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to look deep for more. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 78 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A 1st down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One last shot for Wilson.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bills, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.